Billy, what's your favorite color?
We live.
Horizon Blue. Welcome back to Downstairs Den&D, where we play D&D in the den downstairs. We are joining our party in the yawning portal, as they are coming here for a myriad of reasons. Tennyson Ward has introduced and met Jalester Silvermane in order to ingratiate himself with the Lord's Alliance. Belisar has made that introduction. Demea is here for more whiskey, and Baragus tacked along. So at present, Tennyson is locked in conversation with Mr. Silvermane at a table, joined by Elisar, who is keeping watch out of the corner of his eye on a pair of goons outside of the cartoned table.
Did you say they were looking at me or the table?
You. Roll an insight check.
Oh, I'm talking to Maloon, by the way. Assuming that's the same
Motherfucker,
person.
I haven't gotten to you yet.
I'm just saying. You said I was just tagging along as if I didn't.
I was talking about reasons for coming, not what you are presently doing. I hadn't got to your presently doing yet, Edison.
Fair enough.
Damn.
16.
We're looking at you. Demea is at the bar because I'm still doing what they're presently doings. Speaking with her friend Three Strings, who has just asked her if she is safe. Realizing that something is amiss, Three Strings asks you to join him in a back room where you may speak in privacy.
Wink.
Wink.
Hmm.
You'll find out why they call him Three String. Wait, what?
Ooh. You're assuming I don't already know.
He wears 3 G-strings at once.
That has to be
Triple protection.
That's
Alternate names, triple floss.
uncomfortable.
I just love them.
Oh my gosh, is he like a part-time stripper? That would be amazing.
Can
So
you
he
floss
asks
too
you
much?
if you would be willing to step into a back room with him to speak in private.
Sure, I'll go.
Okay. You both get up and walk past Barakus, who is sitting at the end of the bar with his friend Maloon Wardragon.
Bye, Eddie. Okay.
Now his audio's not working.
Edison.
Hi. Sorry,
There he
I was trying to figure out my camera went out for some reason.
Oh no, you're fine. Demea and Three Strings walk past you and behind and through this door behind the bar as you are sitting there talking to, drinking, staring longingly into the eyes of Maloon Wardragon. What are you doing?
I come up and greet him and ask him if he knows of any work that would pay a decent amount.
He tells you he has heard that. Fuck, where's that? Y'all are a lot right now.
The club can't even handle me right now.
Well, I'm sure I could rustle up some work for you.
I tell him all that we're trying to do with Troll Skull Manor, and that we need money specifically.
He looks you in the eyes and says, "Are you looking for work or work?" with a heavy wink.
Starts wagging his finger. Work. I don't. What do you mean? I say in a lower tone, raising my eyebrows.
You know Maloom. He knows you. He's asking if you're looking for something on the straight and narrow, or if you're willing to not.
I would think that I'd be okay-ish with breaking the law as long as it's not like murdering someone.
Okay.
Like
He tells you he'll
great, not like a yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, he tells you he'll keep an ear out for you. Should be able to get back to you soon. Says he'll send word to you, or have you meet him here. If he finds anything, he'll send word to you.
Okay. Otherwise, how are you? How are the kids? I'm joking. I don't think he has kids.
He tells you things are good. Blah 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 blah.
Cool.
Blah, blah.
So yeah, Tabea. Three Strings looks over the table at you. Very, very worried look in his face. And just says, if you're in trouble, I can help. But you have to tell me what's going on.
Honestly, Three Strings, I don't know how you can help, but I really think the less you know, the safer you'll be and I'll be.
He looks at you and seems to consider something for a moment. As he reaches into his shirt and pulls out a small pin that he holds up. It's the pin and the insignia of a small bird. And he tells you, Demea, I trust you with this information, but I am a member of the Harpers. If you need help, I can get you help. But you have to tell me what's going on.
You're a member of the Harpers?
Yes. You know I'm not as bad at playing as I am up on that stage. I play here to keep an ear to the conversation and an eye on the room.
Wow, I had no idea. Look, this doesn't just involve me, so I really don't feel comfortable sharing more information than what I've already told you, but I do appreciate your concern, and trust me that if I feel like I need your help, I will find you.
There's not much he can say to that. So with that, I'm assuming you all probably maybe share a small embrace and then head back out to the main tap room.
Yeah.
Tennyson, LSR, your conversation with Jalester has turned to chit chat. Probably at this point, maybe some discussion of Cormier, as he doesn't have a job exactly ready to hand over to you. He says he would send word to you, Tennyson, when he has a task in mind for you.
So I would say I would also be interested in a task if it paid well. I would throw that out there. Then I would ask him if he knew who those people were in the corner.
He tells you he certainly he'll try to make sure if he knows Tennyson will have the aid of a few others, he can certainly send him an appropriate task for a group rather than an individual. And in regards to the gentleman in the corner, he says he doesn't know those two specifically, but he saw Mert come in and go behind the curtain before it was drawn closed earlier. But he's been in there for the majority of lunchtime.
Who?
Mert is you would know of Mert. He's basically just a famous moneylender very prosperous moneylender in town.
Got it. They were just looking at me, but it's probably just from I get looks anyways, so probably nothing to worry about.
All right. Anybody want to do anything else in the portal before we move on? Cool.
I'm good.
Where are we
I would
moving
call-
on to? Oh. Go ahead.
I was if we were done, I was just gonna thank Gillester before maybe getting a drink at the bar, but you could also just leave.
I mean, I can assume in this time that Bonnie, you were probably served drinks while you were sitting there. Have to leave if you guys want to spend the rest of the day in the portal. We can say that's what we do, but it's probably mid-afternoon at this point. So you guys tell me how you would like to spend the rest of your day.
I can probably go back up to Troll Skull and start cleaning it up.
Yeah. Sounds good. Don't really have much.
Heading up that way, Demea, will you please give me a D100 roll?
Nice. I mean, it's random encounter table, I think, but still.
100 is
Sure.
bad.
Yeah.
Probably the
it's
worst
still
thing.
the odds of getting it are,
Is it 1 in 100?
Yes.
Wow.
It's still cool to see.
Ah. Ah. Demea trips, falls down, and finds a +3 sword.
I find all the gold that we need.
So, leaving the Yawning Portal, you all head north, probably take the high road to get back to the northern part of the city. You're traversing. And as you all are passing and approaching the market, again, mid-afternoon, so even in the winter, probably one of the most crowded parts of the city, you see a strange sight. As you all are approaching the intersection with Soldown Street, from the vendors in the market comes just a horrendous, odd sound. You just hear this, some cries from people jumping out of the way. You hear some structures crumbling and a loud trumpeting sound that appears to be barreling towards you. What do all of you do as this force appears to be heading your direction?
You said trumpeting, so it makes me sound like it seemed like it's an owl.
Is
So
it
it's
an
not a
elephant
I'm gonna
rampage?
move.
Yeah, I'm gonna move out of the way.
Yeah, I will move out of the way and
Duck in some
prepare.
alley or something.
I want to
What do you
prepare
think?
a spell.
Okay.
Sleep?
Okay. After a few moments, a large, like blanket-eared, gray-skinned beast emerges that has a large trunk out front. It's a big elephant.
Oh. Who would have guessed?
An elephant barrels through some stalls, and starts just kind of continuing its rampage. Do any of you do anything?
The
I
hell
guess
is
sleep.
that?
You cast sleep?
On it.
Tell me what I need to do.
I think I just roll 5d8.
Okay.
How many
As
hit
long as
points?
it's within.
How many hit points does an elephant have?
I'm looking it up.
Probably more than 19.
You never know.
Hey Billy, can you send me the stat block when you're done with it? Because I don't have it on my list. I want to add it.
You bet I can.
Oh, because you've seen it.
Yeah.
You will never be able to turn into it.
Oh shoot.
An elephant is CR4.
Well.
So we're not
hit points.
And your spell does not seem to take effect. Its eyes become drowsy for a moment, and then it begins to shake it off, as it seems to know the magical energy originated from you as it turns its tusked visage in your direction.
I sprint in the opposite direction and try to climb on a building.
What does everybody else do?
Parkour.
Does it look like people are attacking it?
No. If you take a look around, you do see a merchant dressed in robes seeming to be chasing after it, heading your way.
Does it have, like, reins? Is it a
Yeah.
rideable elephant?
Yeah, it appears to have like one of those little boxes up top.
I'm going to try and climb on the back of the elephant.
All right. So there's a rule for that.
Minor illusion mouse.
Ah!
If you know a mouse, we could probably find.
I have a mouse in my pocket. His name is Cheddar.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's part of the urchin
Cheddar?
thing. Part of the urchin thing is that I have a small mouse.
Have you seen Cheddar before?
No.
No, not
Are
in
you
game.
sure Cheddar?
Just walks around with a mouse in his
This was
pocket.
our first introduction and mention of Cheddar.
Not just
Yeah.
some common bitch.
Well, I try to keep him a secret. He's like my only friend.
So Denison's going to try to jump onto it and take control. Baracus is running away and climbing up a building. Alisar, Demea, are you going to attempt anything?
I would also try to run away and climb a building, I guess.
You're the worst druid. Demea.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
You're like chill,
Okay.
bro.
Okay,
I
big
definitely don't
brain.
have any annual handling spells prepared, so.
What you
Demea
didn't?
casts Speak with Animals. Tell me about Speak with Animals.
Here, I'm just gonna do that. I can comprehend and verbally communicate with you for 10 minutes. I'm trying to understand what's wrong, like what's going on. Is he scared? Is someone trying to hurt him?
But
If
you're
he can
basically
slow
trying to
down.
calm him down.
Yeah, like if he can just
Okay.
stop causing damage.
Chill,
Okay.
bro. It was just a prank.
So give me an animal handling check. Since you cast Speak with Animals, I will let you do so with advantage. Tennyson,
Okay.
I need you.
Yeah.
So the first thing you need to do is grapple this creature.
Uh-huh.
So I need you to give me a strength athletics check.
18. I will totally beat the elephant in a grapple. Let's go.
You successfully grapple the creature.
Fuck you, elephant. Yeah.
How big is this elephant?
Probably
Okay.
15 feet at the
You
shoulder.
are not actually grappling it. You are just now able to climb onto it.
Right. What size category is the elephant?
It is huge.
Jesus Christ.
Bigger than a normal elephant?
So you may move around within this creature's space. So around on this creature, treating all movement as difficult terrain.
I'm climbing my happy self up onto where I assume would be a proper riding position for an elephant. And I'm going to try and rodeo the elephant.
Got it. Cool.
So has a saddle and reins on top of the box.
Man, that's a 15 animal handling.
Yep.
You are able to kind of use your talents with your little flute and kind words to kind of calm the beast down enough for Tennyson to take the reins. Right around the time the merchant strolls up, seemingly exasperated from chasing this creature across the market.
I'm assuming this elephant has wrecked some stuff.
Oh, but that'll be my concern. Thank you so much for stopping him. I will.
Shout from the rooftop.
Boy.
A shout from the rooftop. You're welcome.
Wait, why is he running from you?
He saw a creature startled him. He's fine. He's fine now. He's fine as he kind of takes a hold of the trunk and pats the elephant on its forehead. It seems to have settled down thanks to Rawl's efforts.
Does the elephant seem okay?
Yeah, it seems fine. Just
Like, not escaping the guy?
Yes, he definitely seems like he was spooked or startled by something. Not necessarily trying to escape, but it kind of seemed like in the fight or flight mode.
Okay. I
Yeah.
pet the elephant on his trunk because I love elephants.
I climbed down.
It kind of nuzzles with you, and says and thanks you for being kind. Yeah.
I pat
You're
the
welcome.
elephant.
And you all make your way back up to Troll Skull Alley. It's probably late afternoon. The sun is probably starting to set, or heading down toward the horizon. As you all enter Troll Skull Alley, the apple blossoms are performing on their corner as always. Where are we headed? Anywhere particular, or are we just head back to the manor?
What are the apple blossoms again? I remember they're performing, but I don't remember who they are.
They're halflings. It's a small troop of halflings that are usually you've seen performing in this spot a few times.
Right.
It's 4 halflings. There are 2 women, 2 halfling women playing a flute and a fiddle, while 2 halfling men dance around and collect coins from bystanders.
I walk up and toss a silver piece in, or hand it to whoever.
One of the men dances your way and holds out a hat when he sees you pulling out the coin, and says, "Well, thank you very much, mister. Did I hear you say earlier to someone that you all took possession of Troll Skull?"
That is true.
Oh, well, that's fantastic to hear. That place has been empty for too long.
Yeah, we are trying to fix it up and open up a tavern again.
Oh, well, that would be lovely. Well, here, let me introduce myself. He takes a very exaggerated, very elegant bow after he does a little spin. And introduces himself as Bobbin Appleblossom. And as allows the rest of his troop to continue on as he kind of steps away and kind of gives them a motion that he's going to step away to speak with you for a moment. And he points out to you his brother, Finnan, and his sisters, Bree and Cora.
Yeah, it's very nice to meet you. Do you guys... we could definitely maybe use entertainment on a few nights, so would you be willing to perform at the tavern once we get up?
Oh, well, of course, we love performing here in Troll Skull. Some of our favorite people in the city are in this neighborhood. We would love to have an indoor space to perform. As you can see, again, they are very bundled up to be out here. Finnan and Bobbin a little less so than Bree and Cora, as Bree and Cora tend to be fairly stationary, while Bobbin and Finnan are up dancing around and moving, so they can get away with wearing a little less clothing because they're a little more active, but he tells you it would be fantastic to actually have an indoor space to play throughout the year. Yeah. He says that the theater typically closes down during the winter, and Frunes doesn't ever host anybody.
Well, definitely. I'll definitely reach out to you once we get everything up.
Well, perfect. Well, you know where to find us. As he gives you another tip of his hat, and goes back to dancing with his brother.
Neat. I join everyone else.
As you all approach Troll Skull, you see the urchins, the 3 kids, all playing kind of out in the front courtyard. The map doesn't show it, but hold on, let me draw something. To show you, like, there's a little modification to this map.
Billy, have you seen Little Shop of Horrors?
Yeah.
He called them the urchins.
That's the 3 like chorus singers in Little Shop are called the urchins.
Oh, gotcha. So, like, this space here that is squared in, you guys actually have like a little fenced in, like the fence is busted up, but there is like a little fenced in courtyard here. So like these steps, and kind of see where these, hold on. See how these 2 steps kind of lead down into this little like courtyard area? I'd imagine like this whole space is probably like fenced in, and is like your guys' like little fence, or probably it'd probably go all the way over to here. You guys probably just have like a little fenced in front space. Did I see that?
Yep.
Like that main staircase probably leads down to like the gate.
What are the kids' names again?
Are named. There are 3 of them. There is the young, dark-skinned Temerian boy, who is in a makeshift robe, clearly made from a scrap of a blanket, who carries around a stuffed owl bear named Jinx. There is a young tiefling boy. Jinx presently is standing off to the side of the courtyard watching the other 2. Squidly, a tiefling boy with deep red skin and short black horns, who is dressed essentially as a pirate. He has an eye patch that's clearly not needed because it's not actually covering his eye. Big tricorn hat, oversized boots, who is standing behind a table with a deck of cards, or standing behind a bench with a deck of cards. And Nat is standing on the other side of the bench from him, a taller, lanky, probably preteen girl with straight red hair. And they look like they're playing kind of like a Find the Queen game. Squidly is kind of moving a couple cards back and forth on the bench as Nat tries to point out to him which card it is she's looking for.
Okay. So.
And that's what they're doing.
I'll say hi. I'll say hi to the kids and see if they want to come inside where it's warm. Or
Jinx. The kids all see you approach. when you greet them and ask if they want to come inside, Jinx, nods enthusiastically and starts to follow you. On your way up, when Squidly first notices you, he just kind of looks up to you and says, "Hey, Mom!" and then goes back to playing cards with Nat.
You just call me Mom?
Yes, Squidly refers to you as Mom, FYI. You're my mom,
Wow,
right?
right away. I am not.
I mean, look at us. Look at us. As he kind of looks down.
I'll say, how about older sister?
Okay, Mom. And
That's
he runs
awesome.
inside.
That's just great.
I look at him as he runs inside and say in a very stern voice in Infernal, "Don't break anything."
He shouts back to you in Infernal, "Too late." As Matt stands there confused and turns to Jinx, who begins to sign to her, and then she starts laughing. So you all make your way inside. And
They break everything. The whole thing comes down.
you all make your way inside. What's the plan? What are we up to?
Cleaning.
Gonna have a cleaning montage.
Another one?
Cleaning montage.
Yeah, like bandana around the head.
Montage.
Okay. So you all are cleaning up and around. Are we focusing on the tap room, or are we focusing on places to sleep upstairs? What's our goal today? Because we definitely don't have time to clean the whole place.
I don't know if we want to stay upstairs right now, especially because it's still not going to be up to code, and not to mention potentially unsafe. Like Claire Demaya. But I think we could probably clean up the tap room.
Yes, I would focus on the area that's going to make us money eventually.
Works for me.
All right. So you all spend a portion of the afternoon doing chores, etc. At a certain point, does anyone go down to the basement at any time?
I mean, I've already been down there, and I have like dark vision, so I would think I'd be comfortable going down.
Was there anything down there, like supplies wise, for cleaning?
I don't.
I didn't know if anybody else wanted to go check out the secret room or anything like that.
Oh, we could. I feel like last session, like at least two of you were like, "Oh, we should check that out afterwards," and then we never did.
I don't know if you guys wanted to start cleaning out that space. I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm asking questions. Trying to figure out what all to include in the montage. So you guys sweeping up debris, picking up pieces.
I'm casting my cantrip prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Yep. I'm going to just do that as I walk around.
Yep. That makes things definitely go a lot quicker.
Yep. I don't know how to say that.
Okay, so you all spend a good portion of the day. At one point, LSR, I'm assuming you were spending a lot of the day mending in the kitchen again? Okay. When LSR emerges from the kitchen at one point to either just take a break or to see what other people are up to, you all take a look at him, and all of his gear suddenly just seems worn and old and ragged. He looks fine.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
What do
You
I
alright there,
notice?
buddy?
His gear, just his gear, or like
Yes.
his clothes. Okay.
Does he notice that, or does he
Do
seem
I
to be put
notice
off by it?
It doesn't seem, Elisar, this is something that nothing has happened to you. Whether you pay attention to the shirt you're wearing while you're wearing it or not is up to you.
So probably not.
Is he wearing armor, or is it just a shirt?
It's like a robe over some. What is my armor made of? Leather armor.
Hmm. I pointed out, just like, hey, what's up with that?
Do I see this?
When he points it out, you take a look down, and it actually looks like you've somehow managed to just like tear your shirt apart. And if you were to kind of look underneath at your armor, the leather seems to have lost its lost its tanning and actually appears to kind of be rotting while you're wearing it.
Oh.
Like it just turned back into animal flesh.
That's weird.
Can I look at the picture? What is the elf doing in the picture right now? Is he still laughing?
You take a look up, and he actually has kind of a concerned look on his face now.
Oh,
Oh no, that's not good.
Do I have any idea why this is happening?
Roll an investigation check to kind of pat yourself over to figure out if you can figure out what happened.
nat 20. What?
20.
Kind of looking over to see if you can find the source. You step back into the kitchen. You can't find, or you don't know why this happened, but you do notice what weapons do you carry?
A scimitar. I keep saying sights of the scimitar.
When you pull your scimitar from its scabbard, the entire blade is pitted and rusted.
Oh,
Well, this is
Okay,
going to be
well,
an
that's-
expensive thing for you.
That's odd. If I cast detect magic, what happens?
Are you casting detect magic?
Yes, I'm casting detect magic.
he wants
Detect-
he wants to know what happens before he.
You cast detect magic, and the world goes black. No, you cast detect magic, and you get that same general aura you did yesterday. So you can tell there is magic presence around. You do not detect anything inherently magical about you at present.
While I'm doing this, I guess now would be time to re-examine the painting and that doll and see if there's anything about them.
Trying to hone in. Again, the way detect magic works is you get a sense of whether there is a magical aura nearby, and then you can spend an action to hone in on specific auras, right? So you try to hone in on the painting and the doll, and neither you're not able to focus on either of them. They seem to be emanating the same kind of dull general aura of magic that everywhere else in here does.
That's what's happening. Kind of like my equipment too. Is that same aura or?
Yes, but everything that you have on is. It's not any particular object emanating it. It's an ever present in this space. If you were to try to hone in on a specific aura again, rather than specifically the painting or doll like you did yesterday, where you found the spot out front and the spot out back,
Right.
you actually detect a new spot coming from underneath the floor.
So let's say, hey, I think there's the stuff from yesterday yesterday that I saw. But there's also something coming from downstairs. I don't know if that has anything to do with.
To the cellar.
I just gestured to all of this.
If I try to cast, I'm gonna fuck it up.
Prestidigitation.
Digitation. Cannot say that word.
Prestidigitation.
Does anything? Prestidigitation. Does anything happen?
Or if I cast mending on it, does that fix anything?
No. Or mending?
Yeah.
Yes, it does repair. Mending does appear to work on your scimitar. It does not appear to work on your leather armor.
Well, I'm going to open the door to downstairs. The trapdoor.
Okay, it opens.
So I look downstairs or see anything.
Taking a look around, following the source, you are able to locate a spot.
Is the creepy ass carving?
That fresco is where the aura is coming from.
Tacos of Pico again.
Huh.
What?
Fresco.
Oh, right.
Taco Bell.
I would like to follow him down there.
So I guess I'm kind of just like looking over this fresco because that's where I detect where this is coming from.
The hell is that?
What?
I see a thing that you just added, but it's real small.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Oh, no, I was making sure that it was intentional that we were able to see it. Oh, okay. Should I move my thing out of the way then?
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
So is that the fresco?
No, kind of. That's not lined up with the grid.
Yeah, I think if you go a little bit smaller.
Oh, that's moving it. That looks lined up with the grid.
Probably a little smaller still. No, maybe.
Yeah, it should be
Yeah, smaller still, just by a little.
A skosh, even?
Hold on, let me just... turn up the...
Oh, look at that.
Hey.
I actually think this is a big map. I think it's actually supposed to be like that. Nope. Actually... Oh shit, there are dotted lines on there. I'm a fucking idiot. Hold on. Shut up.
You're doing great, sweetie.
That looks good.
There it is.
Yeah. I told you you're doing great.
Okay. So let's then turn that back down. Then... All right, there we go. So, that is your basement.
Is it the...
And I'm gonna do a couple things here to hopefully make some things easier.
the elbow staircase? Is the staircase down?
Hold on. What the fuck? That's not cool. Do what? The staircase is what goes up the trapdoor.
Okay. So where is the fresco then? Is it like under the stairs?
So it is here on this wall.
Oh, okay. I followed him, so.
So is there a school of magic for this?
It does not appear to be emanating any specific school of magic.
I can't see down there. I'm going back up.
We have a lantern.
We have an ale cellar and a wine cellar. Ooh, we're fancy.
So, well, that's what they currently
We
are.
license.
Change what they are.
Change
But,
my door.
yeah, so the fresco is here, and LSR, you detect that same font, kind of where this fresco is.
Helvetica. Times New Roman.
Fuck off.
I think I'm funny.
I didn't hear it.
He said he detects the same font. I said, is it Helvetica or like Times New Roman?
So it's the same issue with this place. That was energy I felt kind of yesterday. And it's not. Yeah.
Can I investigate El Fresco?
In what way? What do you think?
I don't even know. Like, has anything changed with it since the last time I saw it? Like,
Sure, roll an investigation check.
It's over here scrubbing a floor.
where the hell is my other 9?
No, nothing seems to be different.
Is it dark down here?
Yes.
Okay, I would like to light a torch.
Okay.
Do you want me to put it? I guess that would be the whole room, so I don't really need to put up a aura. Does that change anything?
No.
Oh, well.
It looks the same. A couple missing pieces still.
Is that the only area you feel magic emanating from down here?
As you try to focus again, LSR, just like yesterday, suddenly this specific aura just disappears, and it's just back to that general permeation.
But my gear is still the same.
Yeah, is this gear still worn?
Yes.
Oh.
What if I go outside? So if I come back out the cellar and like step out of the building, what happens? Anything?
Nothing. You go outside. You get a snowflake on your tip of your nose. It's adorable. So you all continue cleaning for the rest of the afternoon. Maybe a little put off by what's happening. LSR, I'm assuming at some point you strip the flesh from your body.
That sounds painful.
What?
He's wearing a shirt made of rotted flesh. I'm assuming he takes it off.
Oh, yes.
Do we need to like get a priest? Does this place need to be like exercised? Like,
I was trying to read about the.
Oh, I know the part that it was. I thought it was just like the leather rotted. You said his shirt turned into rotting flesh. I'm confused.
Everything on him.
The leather that he was wearing, lost the tanning process, so it reverted back to just animal flesh.
Oh, okay, okay.
rather than tanned leather.
So is he no longer wearing armor?
Yes.
You need to go
I
to
thought
the
you said
store.
like his weapons were like all.
His
Rusted.
scimitar was rusted and pitted, but mending seemed to take care of that. It
Oh,
did
okay.
not work on his armor.
Gotcha.
That's interesting, considering like, I feel like the scimitar went forward in time and the armor went backward in time. If I would know that, if my character would know that.
I mean, that doesn't even if you could hypothesize that, it doesn't necessarily mean that's what happened.
Yeah, but I'm trying to separate my character from my own knowledge.
So you all spend the rest of the afternoon cleaning, maybe a little more on edge than before. And eventually dinner time rolls around. The kids are helping, by the way, even if they're not the most helpful.
Thanks, kids. You're the best.
They're trying, but they get easily distracted. And some new trinket they found underneath a table or inside the chimney, etc. But other than that, anything else in particular anybody wants to do this afternoon? Rolling into evening, rolling into night.
I will invite the kids to stay in the manor upstairs. Because I'm staying in the dry room up there. I'm up in the turret, so they can stay in any of the area up there.
They're ecstatic.
Uncle Tennyson.
Probably should have run that past the rest of the group, but I was very presumptuous.
They are so happy. They are already outside, running toward the other door.
Do I have a space here? Do I have a room?
We went by dibs.
Right. I was entertaining.
I
the
think
kids.
Tennyson is the only one that has called a dibs.
I think they called
So
it.
does he get like that whole level, or is it just like that little room?
Brackus called the frog room.
Well,
You can-
the room attached to the frog bathroom.
So let's see. Hold on. I got this.
You can keep your frog room. I don't want the frog room.
Well, it was he said that the bedroom attached to the bathroom that the frog was in okay condition, so that's why I called dibs on. I'm just not going to use the bathroom.
Or so, are you living here?
Not yet. I haven't moved my stuff yet. I thought that we were not allowed to stay here, or there might be some legal repercussions if we don't get the proper permits to stay here. That's why I went home last night. But
So that's the room Tennyson has called, because that's the bedroom that has the turret access. Yes?
Yep.
Wait, did you ping it? I didn't see it.
he wrote on it. It's right
I
here.
wrote.
Oh, I see it now. Okay, sorry.
Um,
I'm like,
It's because it's a
then-
different font. She couldn't tell.
yeah, it's not like Veridonda, so. Just joking.
that's the room Baracus is called,
Okay.
up on the third floor. Yes?
So
That was
the
the frog
first
room.
floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was the frog bath.
I don't want that floor.
So there's all windows in the top floors.
I assume the thin lines are windows.
Yes. The thick ones are doors.
Do any of them
No.
like open?
This den space on the second floor could easily be a bedroom. There is a unclaimed bedroom on the second floor. There is the library could be converted into another bedroom. There is the attic bedroom. There's also the attic storage, which could be converted into a bedroom. And then there's also space to build another room off of the attic, if you guys had the capital. Or really, there's space to add a room into each floor over the kitchen space downtown.
Oh, is that what the brown area is? Is the fact that like there's a lower
That's
level?
yeah. So the full outline is the first floor outline.
And, like, all these rooms can be
All right.
partitioned because, like, Baracus's room is 15 by 20.
Yeah, I don't need that much space.
It's a big ass room right there.
Which rooms have, like, where are the bathrooms?
The bathrooms are the smaller room. At least mine is the smaller room off of the
I keep forgetting that all of this information is in the GM layer, not where you guys can see it, which is silly.
I mean,
So let me help with that.
oh.
Actually, can I just
highlight the whole thing, except for spooky ghost dwelling. Huh.
Just spooky bathroom, basement.
Haunted bathroom. It's got Moaning Myrtle in it.
did that work?
Not with that. Yes, it
Yes.
did. Germ, Barry, and Paul coming in. I want
Colin gives the
the
attic better.
penthouse. I want the penthouse. I want the attic room.
No.
I don't. I don't remember what Cianda is called. If he did,
I don't think he did.
Okay. I would feel a little bit bad.
And if he did, he still hasn't told me that he wasn't coming today, so I'm fine with his dibs being forfeit.
you should text him right now. Where are you?
Can I have the attic better?
Are you saying that, LSR, as someone who has a place to sleep right now?
It's not very chivalrous of you, sir.
I'm not interested in
Chivalry?
chivalry. Yeah.
The Lord's dead.
There we go. Labels.
I mean, I guess like I could take the. I don't really want to go to the second floor. I could take the attic
I don't
storage
either.
whenever we get that
Hey
converted.
Billy, what's that token right below Tennyson?
What?
What's the token right below Tennyson?
Don't know what you're talking about. That's Life's token.
Oh, gotcha.
It's Leaf's token. It was on the GM layer with the rest of the words, and it must have got copied with everything else.
I mean, I assumed that's what it was.
It's the token they have hidden on the GM layer for me for Leaf.
Spoopy boy, and we know he's here.
I don't like. I'm moving now.
Yeah, you know Leaf. That was actually his default position. I haven't moved him today. But so yeah, that's what we got. So it sounds okay. So we know Tennyson has claimed this bedroom because that's the that's the turret room. Baracus, where's your... Oh, you're still downstairs. You claimed this room.
Yeah, during
But if
this.
he has the only... Okay, so Tennyson has a private bath, and Baracus has a private bath, and that's the only bathroom.
And they're privies.
Yeah, there were two other bathrooms on the third floor.
Oh, okay.
Plus, I'm open to like, if you this seems like a weird thing to negotiate.
And this bath isn't really a private bath because it can be accessed from the hall.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with sharing that.
This is like the private bath.
Uh-huh.
The ensuite.
And he has the turret.
Yep.
Which would have been perfect for a wizard's turret. Baracus, you lost out. But yeah, so you guys literally have all of this space. You can ignore what these labels are, again, when it comes to renovations and whatnot. And as we are closing out the 4th of Alturiac, I think we will probably end our session here. With you guys kind of divvying up space, and those of you who's staying the night? Anyone besides Tennyson and the kids?
I think
I will be.
I think I will, but I need to go back to my original hovel to like tell the landlord that I'm cheesing it.
I think I need to fight Elisar for the top bedroom. because he's
Well,
in
I'm
there
going
for
to
some
be
reason.
here,
They're gonna
so,
do a thumb wrestle.
so I'm currently in the attic storage room, but I was not going to spend the night here. It doesn't seem it's not legal, and I already have some place, and it might be thinking.
Well,
It's
I'm
illegal.
registered to live at this place, so
So we're going to end our scene today with this kind of little conversation taking place kind of out in the front courtyard as the sun sets, as the kids run around the turret toward the upper floor. Tennyson kind of slowly follows as the rest of you go wherever it is you are going. So with that, let's just have a little debrief here. Do you guys have anything for me yet in regards to anything you want to do with Trilt's Call, aside from reopen it as a town? Has anyone had any ideas about any renovations, changes, special rooms, anything?
Base of operations. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't know that. I think we should focus on fixing it up before we start talking about like adding rooms or anything. Because like right now, I feel like it's sufficient for what we're trying to do with it for now.
Cool.
Right now,
Yeah.
we are already far away
Right,
from
yeah, like-
big money.
I'll live here right now because I don't really have anywhere else to stay. But yeah, as far as an official capacity, just the tavern.
Cool. So, like I said, you guys are going to have options. So right now, again, it is... Come on, where's the information I'm looking for?
Is that doll still on the counter?
I mean, that's where you left it.
Okay, it hasn't moved since.
Nope.
Okay.
You say that's where you left it. Like that's not a valid question to ask about the mysteriously moving doll.
So I'll make sure it hasn't been touched since then.
Build like a tiny little doll jail for it and see if it moves.
Like Annabelle, like keep it somewhere.
Well, like
Tell us if it
cocktail
moves.
skewers with like a pan lid on top.
Nail it down.
All right. So, other thing I need to let you guys know. Tomorrow, the 5th of Alteriac, is going to be another solo day where you guys can get some information. Who knows? Maybe some of the information you requested today will come to fruition. But then, for the second half of this 10-day, we're going to go into downtime. Okay? The again, you're going to need 1,800 gold at the start of a 10-day, or at the start of a work week period of 5 days for the renovations and repairs and all that to start. Okay. At the meeting today, Inkfingers would have told you it is going to take a 10-day for the renovations, and then it'll probably once the work is done, it will then probably take another work week or to 10-day to get kind of the initial stock done. And I mean, when the place opens, are you guys going to run it, or do you need to hire employees? Or I mean, I'm down for interview montage.
Huh.
I'm like we need to do a soft open first. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, it's up to you guys like exactly when you want to open it.
I'm down
would-
with handing it over to NPC people to run it, as
Yeah.
opposed to Fortune 500 simulator.
Oh, I definitely want to like be the kooky employer that like asks really silly questions and then just makes decisions exclusively based on.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You guys can do whatever you want with this. I'm looking forward to it.
Like Star Wars or Star Trek. Oh.
God. Yeah. So we are going to go into a period of downtime. How much gold did you guys say you gave to Ink Fingers?
280 total between me and Baracus.
So you need either 220 more gold or to reduce the cost of services by 25%. What do you know?
Chris is laughing at the thing I said.
And then you'll need another 800 gold to actually open the business. So, tomorrow, anybody know what they're going to do tomorrow? Does everyone know what they're going to do for downtime? Is everyone just being like, I want to work?
I mean, I think I sent you things, but it's also some of it's like dependent
Yeah.
on. I'm not sure what, like some of the downtime activities are like week long things. I'm not sure some of it like research. I mean the like interactions on buying a book that would help me with research for whatever magic
Yeah.
things going on here. I don't know if that's a downtime activity or something we should be doing like right now or something I need to like
So,
message
like-
you about.
So the way I envision it, downtime working, is that like, so kind of the way I envision it is that whenever we have a period of downtime, there's going to be at least like one day during each of those work weeks that we will have like some small scenes of what everybody's doing and like how their progress is going, etc. So like if you were to do research, we would have a small scene of you going over to the Bookworm's Treasure and talking to Rashal about getting a specific book on this next topic you're trying to look into, etc.
Sure.
But setting up those connections for people to be able to go to utilize the downtime is also important. For instance, research. You can't just say I do research. You need to have there already needs to be some established connection to a place or some repository of knowledge that you could research at. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if somebody's saying I'm just going to take the time to become proficient in leather working supplies. Cool. Well, who's teaching you that? If you've made no effort to seek out and befriend someone who could teach you that skill or make that connection, you're not going to be able to utilize that. I'm not going to let you take that downtime activity. Does that make sense? So these introductions and whatnot with like Rashal is opening up that as a place for research.
Sure. So do I need to send you other things though in addition, other than
No.
saying that's what I was planning on doing?
No, there's just some people I haven't heard from, so I was addressing the group as a whole.
Got it.
And all my stuff probably changed because of the events of the past two games. So,
Yeah.
mainly because now I'm broke and I can't afford to do the thing I wanted to do.
Eddie, did you send Billy your downtime?
What?
Hit me.
So, yeah, that's all I got today, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Downtime.
Good game, Billy.
Thank you. Good game, guys.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.